Judge, today's case is one more chance.
Today, we're talking about a marriage unmanaged. Two people trying to get the big things done without understanding how to get the little things right.
Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Lynn Toller presiding.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here today with Beriana Elliott and Todd Elliott. Mr. and Mrs. Elliott, the two of you have been married for 8 years, although you've been together for 12, and you have 2 children together, but you don't think you're going to make it. Mrs. Elliott, you are seeking reimbursements for, are you ready for this? Motorcycle lessons. That's a divorce court first. But anyway, I can't wait to hear about that. But before we do, Mrs. Elliott, I'm going to start with you. Why don't you tell me a little bit about your relationship and why you're here in divorce court today?
Well, Mr. Elliott, a.k.a. Mr. Can't Get Right over here.
Can't get right?
No, he can't get right. He keeps cheating, and I'm to the point to where he's out of the room and he's about to be out of the house. And I really need your help today because I don't even know if it's worth saving anymore.
Now, are you for sure he's cheating, or you just think he's cheating?
1,000% he's cheating.
You give me some stories that will convince me as well.
One story is I went to visit him at work, surprise him. And I walk in and he's hugging a girl. And I'm like, she don't work here. Who is this? So she's walking by me and I say really loud so she knows, who is this chick? And he's like, calm down, calm down. She's looking for a job here. I'm like, why is she hugging you for? Oh, she's just saying goodbye. I'm like, okay. So she worked across the way from him. And so I walk over there. I'm like, hi, I'm Todd's wife. And I just want to let you know I'm crazy. Just to put it out there. Do it. I had to let her know. And she's gonna say with the attitude, well, we're friends. I'm like, I don't know about you. So that's one story.
Give me another.
Another one, it just happened. This girl, she wrote me on Instagram and I have evidence.
Okay. Nick, could I say it, please?
So she wrote me on Instagram and she said, me and Todd have been talking for less than a year. We had sex 5 times in his car. We went on each other, and I just wanted to let you know.
Oh, she got specific.
Yeah, she went all, I'm like, oh, when I read it, I was at work when I read it, and I started shaking, freaking out. And I called him up, and I'm like, who is this girl that's writing me on Instagram? I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. So I ended up leaving work early. Well, I got off early, but straight to his job. And I'm like, what's going on? This girl's writing me. He's denying it. But the evidence is right there.
It's right there. Mr. Elliott, have you been cheating on your wife? That's a yes. Yeah. So the question is, how often and for how long?
Well, it's been, usually when she catches me, or not like that.
Usually when she catches me.
When she sees, so it's usually it's like a message or something like that because I try to, fill voids and stuff like that. And I never physically, that was the first time I physically cheated on her, and it wasn't 5 times.
How many times was it?
Huh?
How many times was it? Twice.
Twice.
But you talk to women regularly in a romantic fashion, even if you only cop into having sex with one twice.
Yeah.
Is that accurate?
Yes.
What void are you trying to fill?
Well, I'm gonna use the time when the time that she's talking about. We was just going through not saying it's an excuse or anything like that, but we was going through a real bad time in our relationship. It was just a lot of arguing. We couldn't get along. It was just a bunch of stuff going on. We just couldn't get along basically.
Right.
And I just wanted to fill a void. I guess you want to say because I wasn't feeling no affection because we was going through so much at that time. So I just thought that would fill that void, that need that I needed, the affection and the talking to.
Well, my understanding is, based on your paperwork, that you don't communicate well at all. So, Mrs. Elliott, I'm going to start with you. Why don't you tell me what you believe your communication problems are and give me a couple of examples so I can see how the thing works.
I think that he says I take things the wrong way, but he says things messed up.
Give me an example.
So I just finished going to school for my associate, so I was thinking about going back for my bachelor's degree. And he's like, how long is that gonna take? And like discouraging me. I'm like, dang, you don't want me to get my bachelor's degree? And that's really.
Were you less than supportive when she said she wanted to get her bachelor's?
I wasn't trying to sound like that. I was just saying, do you think, because I've been supporting for a couple years and it was getting kind of rough for us, so I was just like, do you think that you might want to get like a little part-time or something like that? And she took that like, I don't want you to go to school, just use what you got and just go to work and stuff like that. But I didn't mean it like that. I was just saying,
saying,
I was just throwing
we
out
have this
stuff.
issue. Yeah,
I was just throwing out stuff, but she took it as I wasn't trying to be supportive or I wasn't being supportive. So I wasn't trying.
That wasn't your intent at all. You were just discussing the logistics of it.
Right. I was just saying like reality.
He just comes off so aggressive, like attitude. Like for example, I planned this family trip for me and the kids and him, had a great time, and we're gonna get some food. And I told him, call the place to order it to pick it up. And instead of calling, he's on the phone trying to order it. And when you're on the phone trying to order it, not everything pops up.
So, you gotta scroll and all that.
And I wanted a specific meal.
Right.
And he was I'm like, just call. And he blew up. He's like, never mind, I don't wanna do this anymore. And I'm just like, what the heck? Like,
how did it go? How did it get like that? Mr. Elliott, do you recall that circumstance?
Yes.
How did it go left? Because it was just food.
Right. That's usually how, stuff start. And I said, you feel some kind of way about me taking the phone in the shower, didn't you? But mind you, before this, I was like, oh, you can come in the shower, if you want to, you try to.
Yeah, right, get something going. Yeah.
So I was like, oh, you can come in the shower, I'll be waiting for you, blah, blah, blah. Right. So I'm like, all right, cool. When she got the attitude about I didn't call, and we just kind of went back and forth, like, oh, just call. No, I'm gonna do it online. No, just call. Well, I'm gonna do it online. So then it kind of escalated, and then she started going, she started getting mad, and I'm like, and so it got loud. So I'm like, you know what? And then she started calling me names and all that kind of stuff. Did you call
the man names behind the manner in which you were going to order food?
Moron, why you being dumb? Like, all that kind of stuff.
It already escalated. Like, he already, had an attitude with everyone in the car. And I said, just call. And then he's like, oh, I don't even want anything now. And
let me ask you a question, Mrs. Elliott. When you suggested that he ought call instead of doing it online, how did you run that by him? Did you say, why don't you just call? Or did you say, you know what, honey, it might be easier if we call?
I think it was in the middle of that.
Oh, I was about to say.
I didn't say, honey, just call. But I didn't say, why don't you just call? I said, why don't you just call? It's easier to, why don't you just call for? It's easier.
So I took that as like, why are you being stupid? Why you just don't call? And then, so when you do that,
stupid.
No, she didn't say stupid.
Let me tell you what people don't understand about having a conversation. It's all about tone and entry. You always come in light and like, hey, babe, you know what? Why don't we? Couldn't we? Especially if you're not getting along. My husband and I are the most, if you see us saying, hey, baby, please, thank you, we're not getting along. Because we make, when you're not getting along, you be extra polite so that person isn't going to take it.
I have a great story.
Tell me about it.
About that. So, not too long, a couple days ago, I was gonna take a shower.
Yeah.
And I went in the shower, turned it on, but then I came back out because I was getting a little speaker, whatever. I wanted to listen to music.
Listen to music in the shower.
Whatever.
Gotcha.
So I go and grab a speaker, and she said, what are you doing? And I said, I'm grabbing a speaker. So it was like automatic. It was automatic attitude after that. And I was just like, what do you mean? But I didn't, at the time, I didn't take it. So I was like, I'm just grabbing a speaker. You know what I'm saying? So I grabbed the speaker and I said, is it okay if I, because I know that you have to take the phone in the shower or in the bathroom, and I know that could be a problem, especially with our background. So I wanted to make sure, I was like, is it okay if I know how you can get, I know how I can be. You know what I'm saying? So she said, I don't care what you do. Like that, but she didn't say it in an attitude way. She said it in a cool way. She was like, oh, I don't care. You go, she said it like that. So I get in the shower, and then I come out, and it was attitude, and I seen the attitude, and I was just like, what's wrong? Nothing. You know how, nothing. For a while, And then I'm like, just tell me what's wrong. I had to like kind of get it out of her. And I said, you feel some kind of way about me taking the phone in the shower, didn't you? But mind you, before this, I was like, oh, you know, you could come in the shower, you know, if you want to, you know, you try to,
right,
I was playing around trying to do the little thing. So I was like, oh, you know, you can come in the shower, you know, I'll be waiting for you, you know, blah, blah, you know.
Right.
So I'm like, all right, cool.
Take your time, this is a terrible thing.
So I had a lot of like losses in my life, so it was hard for me to grieve. Like I went through so much when I was young over the people that I did lose, that I didn't want to go through that again. So when that happened, I checked myself out.
There's a time that he was texting this girl but made it seem like I could trust him. He would leave his phone. But the whole time, he had like a secret text app on his phone. And he was right in front of me, though.
Got you.
Yeah, he was doing videos, sending videos to the girl when I'm in the same room. And I caught messages of her saying like, oh, is your wife in the room with you? And he's sending her videos and stuff. Like, you can act so innocent, but you do everything.
But it's a ruse. It's not really true.
It's like,
when you a slick dude and you're doing wrong behind some slickness, you gonna slip on it yourself.
And
did you do all that with the text app? Did you do that?
I did do that.
Multiple times. Fake emails. He's done fake emails.
My defense to that it was a while ago when I was doing stuff like that, but now I'm on like a totally, and she'll tell you like I'm on a totally different thing now. Like as far as my mindset and how I am, I'm totally not.
How long you been on this new thing?
I want to say over a year.
So he says. The girl just.
I got to tell you something, Mr. Elliott. Let me tell you something. If you beat somebody in the face for 8 days straight, on the 9th day, you can stop beating them, but they'll still be bleeding.
And that's
things have to take time to heal. So you have to own that extra level of suspicion that she has because she came by it legit. Why don't you tell me what happened with the baby?
We lost our son. I was 8 months pregnant.
So sorry.
Yeah, and
Oh.
Yeah, we had to.
Okay.
I wasn't when you eat, you have to do the kick counts. So we ate dinner together and I was doing the kick counts, but he wasn't kicking. So I was like, what the heck? So we rushed to the hospital and there wasn't a heartbeat. So, yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah. So I felt like he wasn't really there for me because when we had to pick out our son's headstone, I was like, come on, we need to pick it out. We need to do like the letters, what we wanted to say on there and everything. And he didn't come with me. He said, oh, I have to go to the job fair. And I'm like, you can go to this job fair at any time. Like, this is our son. Like, we have to, you know what I mean? I just felt alone.
The hardest thing you would ever have to do, and he asked you to do it alone. Mr. Elliott, tell me your side.
So, I'm sorry.
Take your time. This is a terrible thing.
So, I had a lot of like losses in my life, you know, like real important people to me when I was young. So it was hard for me to grieve. Like I went through so much when I was young over the people that I did lose, that I didn't want to go through that again. So when that happened, I checked myself out.
There's no right way to get this done because it's such a wrong thing to happen. You're just not supposed to bury your children. It's just, I can't get mad at anybody about how they responded. All I can ask is say this, Mr. Elliott. You don't have to do it right, but you do have to stay in the game.
You're right.
You know what I mean? You can be in the room, rolling around on the floor, and I can't tell you did the wrong, because I ain't never buried a child and hope never to do so. But you gotta stay in the room. You gotta stay in the room. Even though it's hard, you gotta stay in the room. Because no matter what you're going through, she's going through it too. Plus, her hormones are off the chain. You've got to make a decision at some point, Mrs. Elliott,
right,
to be in the game or out of the game. And whatever decision you make, I can't fuss about. Do you see what I'm saying? But understand this, if you stay in the game, give him an opportunity to make you happy. Because there's no point in being, trust him until he can't be trusted anymore. Once he's not trustworthy anymore, then you walk away.
Right.
This is your last stand. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But give yourself an opportunity to be happy.
Okay.
That's what I'm gonna say to you.
Okay.
The rest of it is me and you, Mr. Elliott. You've done long-term foundational damage to the mother of your children. And what you're doing now is saying, well, now I'm coming correct, and she's not responding appropriately. Mm-hmm. She is responding appropriately. She keeps getting sneak attacked, hurt by you over a long period of time. So you've got to pay for that with attention and the incorrect response and unhappy, and you have to stay silent. You can't get all in your feelings about the fact that she don't trust you. You bought that. You paid for it, and now you've got to suffer through it. And you have to stay strong. Don't get in, oh, now I'm not getting what I need, so text another girl. Men are always talking about women so emotional. Y'all just as emotional as we are. But you wrap it up in logic. Well, she didn't give me what I need for 3 Thursdays in a row, so I gotta go find somebody who can give me what you need. You need to suck up this pain that you caused her by ongoing, significant efforts in her direction without any thought of a positive response for a while. And you're gonna get your feelings hurt, you're gonna feel sad, and you're gonna feel she doesn't appreciate me. Suck it up. You bought it. She sucked it up for 12 years. You cannot get distressed in 12 months if you want it to work. You got kids that are 11 and 6. Everything you do to upset their mother upsets them. So you gotta be man enough to own what you did and keep coming. If you're not man enough to own what you did and keep coming correct, let her know and let her go. You understand what you understand? No matter what he does, you will be fine. You will be fine. You are beautiful, gorgeous, intelligent, well-spoken.
Thank you.
I love myself some you.
Yeah. Thank you.
You want to give it an opportunity? Actually give it an opportunity.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because it won't crush you. Oh, I'm going to give you this one last chance, brother. And I'm going to trust you, and I'm going to be happy.
Yeah.
But if something goes off, stay happy, but get gone. There will be no recovery in this matter. It is so.
Judge Lynn spoke about the idea of giving him one more chance.
Yeah.
What are you thinking?
I don't know. I'll try, but it's probably gonna get hard to get over this last thing that he did.
The judge said it's time to come correct, man.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do after leaving here?
I got a lot of work to do.
A lot of work to do.
A lot of work to do, so I'm gonna put in all the work I need to, and hopefully everything works out for the best.
I mean, Judge Lynn, she got on top of you a little bit.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I was expecting it.
Yeah. You came ready?
I came ready.